Welcome to the NewsHour. The nation is taking stock today after President Donald Trump's marathon address to Congress last night. It was a speech reminiscent of one of his campaign rallies, full of applause lines for Republicans and his conservative MAGA base.
But within minutes, Democratic protests interrupted the night, with some members holding up signs, others walking out, and one removed from the chamber after disrupting the speech. Our Lisa Desjardins was in the room and has this report.
To my fellow citizens, America is back.
President Trump with a fiery address to Congress he waited 5 years to give. For him and Republicans, a victory lap and a measuring of his whirlwind first 6 weeks in office.
It has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country.
The longest presidential address to Congress ever given, clocking in at 1 hour and 40 minutes.
We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
The speech was also unprecedented for its level of protest from Democrats. Representative Al Green of Texas stood and shouted at the president, critical of potential Medicaid cuts. He refused to leave, and unprecedented in modern times.
The chair now directs the sergeant-at-arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
He was forced to exit the chamber. Other Democrats found silent forms of protest, holding up a sea of signs calling out the president's falsehoods. But much of Mr. Trump's speech was an unapologetic list of accomplishments.
We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military. And our country will be woke no longer.
With emotional moments, acknowledging the family of Laken Riley, the Georgia woman killed by an undocumented immigrant whose story was central in Trump's campaign.
Allison and Lauren, America will never, ever forget our beautiful Laken Hope Riley.
And honoring a 13-year-old battling cancer who dreams of becoming law enforcement.
I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
And an announcement, the arrest of the alleged mastermind behind the bombing that killed 13 U.S. service members during the 2021 Afghanistan withdrawal. The suspect was due in federal court today. Also on foreign policy,
I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago.
Trump said that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky wrote that he's ready to sign a minerals deal with the U.S. and to negotiate for peace. As for here at home,
Doge. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps.
Trump applauded the sweeping cuts from the group known as the Department of Government Efficiency. Republicans loudly cheered for Elon Musk, who Trump said leads it.
We are draining the swamp. It's very simple. And the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over.
Democrats in the audience laughed at what they saw as hypocrisy regarding the unelected Musk. And in their official response, Michigan Senator Elissa Slotkin was direct.
While we're on the subject of Elon Musk, is there anyone in America who is comfortable with him and his gang of 20-year-olds using their own computer servers to poke through your tax returns, your health information, and your bank accounts? We need a more efficient government. You want to cut waste? I'll help you do it. But change doesn't need to be chaotic or make us less safe.
In his speech, Trump took on critics of another policy, tariffs, doubling down on the idea that America can take any pain they bring.
There'll be a little disturbance, but we're okay with that. It won't be much.
Today, the White House announced a 1-month tariff exemption for automakers. The tariffs in Trump's first term helped some, but sharply hurt others, including farmers, who needed billions in a bailout. The theme overall was echoed as Trump spoke about immigration and mocked previous thoughts.
We must have legislation to secure the border, but it turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
Today, Vice President J.D. Vance took the administration's message and tough stance to Eagle Pass, Texas, along the U.S. southern border, joined by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard.
The witnesses will please stand.
In Washington, House Republicans hammered the Democratic mayors of New York, Chicago, Boston, and Denver over so-called sanctuary city and other immigration policies.
We cannot let pro-criminal, alien policies and obstructionist sanctuary cities continue to endanger American communities and the safety of federal immigration enforcement officers.
The mayors pushed back.
Sensationalizing tragedy in the name of political expediency is not governing, it's grandstanding.
We have folks in Denver who are working hard, playing by the rules, paying taxes. There is no one that is seeking hell to come to Denver. What people are looking for is opportunity and hope.
Please pass comprehensive immigration law that is consistent and compassionate, that will make our jobs possible.
From the White House itself today, a condemnation of Democrats' protests the night before.
The behavior of Democrats last night was completely disgraceful and demonstrated how severely out of touch they are with the American public.
But from House Democrats number 2, Catherine Clark, a fiery retort to the idea that they should have clapped more.
Everything the American people put their trust in him to do, it is a betrayal. It is a betrayal. So let's not talk about decorum.
The day after, like the night before, a glaring show of the American divide over its president. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Lisa Desjardins.